Hi there! In this video, I'll show you how to integrate PSPDFKit for web in a vanilla JavaScript project. By the end of this video, you'll be able to present a PDF document in the PSPDFKit UI. This short tutorial is based on our existing Getting Started guide. You can find it by following free trial flow on our website. To get started, you'll need a recent version of Node.js, which can be downloaded from its official website or by using your preferred package manager. After you have it installed, make sure it works. So run node-v and you are all set. We'll also need a document to display, and for this purpose, we'll just download an example document from PSPDFKit website. So run wget and download the document. We can now proceed and add PSPDFKit for web library files to our project. PSPDFKit library files are distributed as an archive that can be installed as an npm module. To do so, we'll run npm install. We'll provide a save flag to indicate that we want to save the module in our project and the name of the module, which is PSPDFKit. We'll wait until it's installed and we have it in our project. Now we need to copy the PSPDFKit for web distribution to the assets directory in our projects folder. So we'll create the assets directory and we'll run cp-r for recursive copy node modules. This is the directory that stores all your installed npm modules, name of the module, PSPDFKit, and dist for distribution. Don't forget the dash, because without it, it would copy the whole, not the contents of the directory, but the whole directory, which is not what we want. And we want to copy it into our assets folder. Now, make sure that our assets directory contains the required files. So let's run ls assets and we expect pspdfkit.js, which is the main entry point for the PSPDFKit for web library. We expect PSPDFKit lib and modern, which are the assets that PSPDFKit library uses. These are styles, lazily loaded chunks, and so on. And we also have this ts file, which are our TypeScript bindings. By the way, PSPDFKit fully supports TypeScript. We'll start with creating our index.html file. I'm using an emmet template here to generate bare-bones HTML. And to integrate PSPDFKit, we need to add an empty div element that will serve as a container to where PSPDFKit will be mounted to. We need to identify it somehow, so I'm using an ID. And it needs to have a predefined width and height. I'm using 100% of width and 100% height. We can now switch to our JavaScript file. To integrate PSPDFKit, we need to import the main pspdfkit.js. And to load the framework together with the document, we'll use the load function, pspdfkit load. This function expects a configuration. Here, the first thing that we need to set up is the container that we are going to mount PSPDFKit to. This is the value of this property is a CSS selector. So we use hash for an ID and our container ID PSPDFKit. Then we need to provide a path to a document to load. So it's a property is document and the name of the document. Our example document was PSPDFKit -web-demo.pdf. On top of this, we need to provide a base URL from which PSPDFKit will load its assets. This is the URL where our assets folder is served from. So in our case, it's a window location protocol for HTTP or HTTPS. Window location host for our host, and the folder we are serving our framework assets from. We'll pass the base URL to the configuration. We are now done with the configuration. The load function is async function that resolves with an instance, which is a main entry point to all PSPDFKit APIs. Things like when you want to search for text, control your control runtime configuration, create annotations, and so on. So we'll use then and get the instance. For the sake of this tutorial, we'll just log the instance to the terminal. And we can also handle errors. So to make things simple, we'll just log them. We just log the message of the error to the JavaScript console. Next, we'll switch to our index.html file and link this script that we just created as a module. And we are done with the required code changes. What remains is switching to the terminal and serving our website. For this purpose, we'll use npm package serve that creates a simple HTTP server that's enough for our purposes. To do so, there's a nice tool called npx that allows you to run any npm package without installing it first. So we'll use that, npx, name of the package, so serve. -l to provide a port, and dot to serve all the files in the current directory. We can now switch to our web browser, navigate to the localhost 8080, and we'll be presented with full PSPDFKit instance showing our PDF. We can use all its tools, and all seems to be working in order. This concludes our tutorial. I hope you learned something, and see you next time.